Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SATAL 2021. It is Gold League 6v6, 18th Sparrows taking on TMC, the Motley crew. I think I figured out how to spell it. It's M-O-T-L-E-Y, Motley. I think that's how you're supposed to spell it, but maybe I'm just fucking up again. Who knows? But as always, I'm your host, Moltar, and we are back. 6v6 action coming. Just waiting on some... what are they called? Some rosters coming from Alpha Whiskey, and we can get this thing rolling. But how is everybody doing this weekend? I know I am great, grand, and wonderful. Did anybody have... I did trim my beard. Yeah, it gets to the point where it's annoying. Like, it's itchy. It gets past the itchy stage, and then it just gets to the point where it's just really annoying, right? So it's just... I got rid of it, or part of it. Airshow says, this weekend? Yeah, this past weekend. What was your... Anybody have anything fun? Do anything fun? Any awesome costumes? Anything really cool? Anything? Central Kansas Gaming. Oh, Arkansas. I thought you were in the same state as me, and I got excited. But no, you're in the second Kansas. You're in Arkansas. Why would they do that in a state? Why would they name one Kansas and another one Arkansas and then pronounce them differently? Why? Whose idea was this? Like, why would you do that? Right? I did SATAL for Halloween. You're going to have to elaborate on that costume. Like, how do you go as SATAL for Halloween? How is that even possible? What do you do? Just checking some stuff. Let's see. It's going to be this one. Okay. Let me check this one. Okay. Should be ready to rock and roll. But enlighten me on how you go as SATAL for Kansas. That was our match during oh, okay. So that's what you did for Halloween. Just dress up like Jert? What is a JRT? Maybe it's Jester. You know, just constantly pulling the ejection seat. I dressed up as an F-15X. Well, that's how the F-15 and DCS is rolling right now. The F-15X cruising with 3 bags at Mach 3. Brother, it's like, don't tread on me. I'm Chad F-15. You can't do anything. Just you type it because Mortar is already taken. What? Let that sink in. Let what sink in? You guys are confusing me. It's not hard to do, but you're confusing me. Uh-oh, Default is here? Oh, Default, the name. Like, Default, did I do something to the stream? Default, did I... Oh, for Arkansas? I don't know, I live in Arkansas, but I'm not from here. Yeah, but you named yourself after Arkansas. So why would you, you know, you're not from there, but you're providing homage, if you will. Default loves saying, let that sink in for no reason. Well, it confuses me, Default. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just, I don't know. I run the local gaming group. Oh, okay. So you got your, this is like the Twitch channel for that local gaming group. I got you. I got you. So are you into DCS, or is this just like, did you stumble upon us? Moltar, there was talk about whether or not there has been a Mirage in SATAL. I say, yes, there has been. Oh, in 21? I don't know that there has been. Has there? There's been MiG-29s. I feel like there's been a Mirage, at least one. I feel like there's been at least one. I think. With all the new teams, I think one person flew the Mirage. Yeah, Persian Seagull says there has to have been. I think there's been at least one. I mean, we've seen MiG-29s, which I have never seen before in SATAL. So somebody would have to have flown a Mirage, right? They would have to. Went trick-or-treating and hit all the houses with adult booster shots. Had a squad of adults who practically abandoned their children. Dude, you had multiple houses giving out booster shots? Is that... I've known of like a couple houses that do that. Do you have like a whole neighborhood that did that? That's interesting. Actually, there was a match with the Mirage, and he got the... Oh, yeah! Yeah, I remember. Yeah, there was been at least one match with the Mirage. Persian Seagull is right. And obviously, Navy Doc is correct because he was the one proclaiming this from the beginning, that there was a Mirage, and everybody's like, Navy Doc, there hasn't been a Mirage. Listen, no, you are wrong. And obviously, Navy Doc through his wisdom, knew that there had been a mirage. And Persian Seagull coming out and reminding me of the match where that mirage executed Chad mode and got the only kill for his team. And it was in this scenario where he kind of was off by himself and had it been a couple times, and then round 3 or something, or round 2, he just got smoked. So I think it went medium well for that mirage. There was a time where he got smoked, and then there was a time where he got the kill. I don't remember exactly what happened in that match, but that's seems to be part of my recollection. Shout-outs to Central Arkansas Gaming for the Prime sub and Raptor Dad for the community gifted sub. I don't know who that went to, but thank you very much, guys. It just goes right back into making this stream better. But who's flying today? 18th Sparrows against the Motley Crew. 2 new teams. Gold League 6v6. This is going to be interesting. It's Rusty. Thank you for the Prime sub. So I'm really anxious to see how this goes. We saw these guys fly previously. 18 Sparrows is 1-0. I think Motley Crew is 0-1. So is Motley Crew going to be able to get their first win? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. That's just part of my recollection of what's going down here. Does SATAL keep stats on different aircraft for each season? So Archer has been keeping awesome stats for all of this stuff, and we're going to be able to parse those stats. We've got all of the stats for match segment 1. I need to upload all of those. We've got top killers, top 5 for all of the different leagues that what am I thinking? That Alpha Whiskey did. So I'm going to publish all of those today. So you guys are going to get a ton of stats after the match concludes today. It'll take me a little bit to get them published, but I'm going to work on that as soon as SATAL concludes for the day. So today is Gold League 6v6, 18th Sparrows taking on the Motley Crew. The Supercut's going to come a little bit later. It is uploading. We are going to stick, at least I think it's uploading. It may be done already. Let me check it. Is it done? It is not done. So it's still uploading. We're going to check out the skin showcase, and then after round 1, hopefully it'll be done uploading. We'll be able to check out the Supercut for today's matchup. Again, 18 Sparrows taking on the Motley Crew. Enjoy the skins. We'll be back live action. Well, live replay track action, if you will. 18 Sparrows against the Motley Crew here in just a minute. All right, boys and girls, we are in the sim. Getting ready to watch these guys taxi. These guys are getting ready to roll. This is going to be Kataisi taking on Nelchik. So this is what the bubble looks like right now as soon as that loads up. Kataisi against Nelchik. So 18th is starting down here at Kataisi. The Motley Crew up here at Nelchik. Distance between these two airfields is about 100 miles. So very short distance for these guys. And reminder, the bubble does shrink. The bubble will shrink. It does shrink a mile a minute once the bubble is contested, and it is going to be contested very, very shortly after departure. Let's take a look at the Motley Crew. It looks like they've got liveries here. They've got a J11 and some other stuff, which, why are we talking about that? Let's just take a look at who is flying for today. The Motley Crew being represented by Kingston Death Angel in the F-14's tail, in the J-11 Dauber, Beanbag Ninja, and Centurion, in the F-16s and 18s, respectively. And then for 18 Sparrows, we've got the 2 JF-17s in Pat and Nick, and then 4 16s, Tempest, Smooth, Destern, and Samurai, rounding it out. So multitude of different aircraft coming in today's matchup. Lots of different representations. I love to see that the Jeff is being much more represented in all of today's, or in all of the matches going forward. Bringing up the overlay. And we're going to be editing the overlay to make it even smaller. We just haven't done that yet. But bringing up the overlay. No MiGs today, so no broken icons, but these guys are now departing. '18 Sparrows all departing together. And the Motley crew has a bit more of a delayed departure as we flip over and take a look at what's going on there. But many different aircraft. And 18 Sparrows has no F-14s. No F-14s. So the Motley crew is definitely going to have the range advantage over 18 Sparrows. 18 Sparrows, however, are going to have a significant data link advantage. Like major data link advantage coming into this matchup. Because the J-11s are going to participate with one another, and all of the F-16s are going to participate with one another, whereas TMC, the F-14s and that J-11 are going to be all on their ownsome. I don't know why I said ownsome, lonesome. So their SA is going to be limited to what the AWAC sees. Tomcat should push 18 to the boundary of the bubble. Possibly. But with the Tomcat, I do have to say the Tomcat needs to get in close and utilize that weapon advantage. If you get in close with those Mark 60s, I'm assuming that's what they're taking today. And speaking of that, let's go back to Kingston. If you get in close, Mark 60 is significantly more advantageous than if you try and poo-poo on somebody from way out there. The telephone pole is a great weapon, but it is an even better weapon when you wait for that higher PK shot. Not enough teams do that. If you can get in 15 miles, even if you don't get the kill, you're forcing your opponent to defend for a significant amount of time because they know when you launch from, say, 15, 10 miles, they're not going to outrun that missile. It is just flat out not going to happen. So they have to notch it. And they're defending and notching that entire time. And if you fire both those Tomcats on the same contact at different angles, they're just going to die unless they can line of sight it. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but you can't notch two different directions at the same time. Just not possible. I know that may come as a shock to some of you, but you can't notch weapons from two different angles at the same time. It's just not possible. I mean, I guess you could if they were coming 180 degrees opposed from one another. Then so it's not impossible. It's possible in very, very few select situations when you're getting sandwiched and you can notch them both by flying one heading. Okay, it's possible. What about the Klingon cloaking device? That's a thing in the latest update, which this match is being flown on. So this match is being flown on the latest update. This match took place yesterday, if I remember correctly. That's what Alpha Whiskey said. So this match took place yesterday, which means the 120 is a piece of crap. It's just not good. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Notching is much easier after that update. They can't escape if the Phoenix can't track. Well, yeah. But what I mean by not being able to escape, Pranav, is that you can't outrun it. You've got to be able to defeat the Seeker or the launching aircraft's radar. And on top of that, you have to be able to keep that notch or hide in that terrain long enough until the Seeker gets so far out of view Like it's so far off gimbal or past you. Otherwise, it's going to reacquire. Mountains are definitely in play. Reminder, this is Kataisi against Nelchik. Kataisi against Nelchik. So mountains are going to be a thing to see today. Tail, Centurion, and Dauber getting us started for TMC. Missile off from Centurion, and that's going to be here in the center. Of everybody. Let's grab that missile, see where it's going. It is a 120, and it is at 33,000 feet, 1,600 knots coming down. That missile looks like it's going to be coming down on top of Smooth, I think. So here is Smooth in that missile. Smooth in his F-18 just launched a 120. I don't even think that 120 that he launched is tracking. Let's pull that 120 up. Here's that 120 that he launched. And I don't think that's tracking. So the 120 he launched is in the bottom right. The one that Centurion launched is on the top. And we've got a ton of 120s coming in towards Destern. I mean, look at all these things. TMC just unloaded on this Southern 3 ship for 18 Sparrows. And one of them is actually an AIM-54, and it's not tracking, so we're not going to pay attention to it. But multiple 120s, the fastest of which is Mach 1.45. It's not tracking. Only potential threat is the one coming in on Destern, and the one on Destern, I think, is slowed down to the point it actually just flew into the ground. There it is down below us. Now we've got another AIM-54. Can we see it? There it is. So there's another AIM-54 coming through. It's not tracking. So lots of missiles being launched by TMC, but nothing having tracked yet. 120 onto Kingston. That's not going anywhere. 120 onto, well, that's an SC-10 off of Nick. That's not doing anything. Going back to take a look at Smooth. Smooth now is defending against a 120 on his left. It's still tracking him. Is it going to have the energy to be able to turn through? If this was maybe an old 120, it would have, but it just doesn't. It tried, but try as it might, it just didn't have the juice to be able to connect with him. Now we go to Destern as he launches a 120. Where'd it go? It flew off somewhere. I didn't see where it went. But look at the aggression coming from 18 Sparrows right now. The aggression is real. ST-10 off from Nick, 120 off from Destern, on to Beanbag Ninja. Both of those are on the Ninja. Dauber now recommitting up to the north. We're sticking with the Southern 3 ship. Dauber, as he recommits, that's an interesting recommit from Dauber. Nice pull over the top of that mountain. He's got 5 120s left on his jet. Looks like he's trying to single out Nick down here to the south. Launches a 120 onto Nick. Smooth now, trying to make something happen against Dauber. Dauber and Nick now. Sorry, Nick, Smooth, and Dauber coming in. Smooth now breaking off. Dauber doing the same. So guys are line of sighting these incoming munitions. We've actually got an AIM-54 coming on to Smooth. It's flying. Oh, he line of sighted it. Cheeky boy. That cheeky boy. So he got away from it. That actually may have been on Nick. Nick back there, he's able to notch it. So I think it was actually on Nick. Nick able to notch it. But we need to flip over back to Dauber because Dauber's got a 120 coming for him from Nick. And he waited. It's an SD-10, actually. He waited to try and get a 120 off, and I think that was his downfall. He gets hammered by the SD-10. Guys, do not wait. Don't wait to get your own weapon off. You will die. Oh, my gosh. The percentage of you dying goes up astronomically if you get launched on and you decide to wait to get your own weapon off. That is just don't do that. Don't do that. So this is what happened. Dauber comes in. Nick comes in unseen. Dauber trying to pick him up. Nick already sees Dauber. Dauber needs to recognize, hey, I've got the nails already. I should not be recommitting. I've got to find him, and then I've got to launch. But that's what Dauber does. So it takes him that little bit of extra time, and while he's trying to find and lock up Nick, the missile is getting closer and closer and closer. Yeah, Morphix, that was my John Madden, okay? If you get launched on, the odds of you dying go up significantly, okay? Put it on a T-shirt. Technically, that's the truth, okay? I'm not speaking lies. Technically, that's the truth. So 120 comes on to Nick, and I think Nick's going to be able to notch that We will take a look at Nick's aircraft before we go back live. So here is Nick. Where's that 120? Did it get? I think it's going to get line of sighted. I don't even see it. So it's somewhere. Oh, there it is. 0.7 miles away, right over the back of his JF-17. So I think he's going to get taken down. But let's take a look at what's going on up to the north. So now we've got Pat having launched an SD-10 onto Centurion. How far is this exchange coming? This one, and I didn't zoom out. I was looking at a different thing. So this exchange is coming from 6 miles. That's deadly territory for the SD-10. They're at about co-altitude. So we're going to put Centurion on the other camera. We're going to see if Nick's able to notch it. We're going to see if Centurion's able to get away from the SD-10. Here we go. And go. So SD-10 coming on Centurion. 120 gets by Nick, so we're going off of him on to Centurion. Centurion has this SD-10 coming in on his right. Yo, no! You should have just line of sighted that. Why? Why did you do that? Didn't line of sight it. Just tried to notch it when he had mountains right there. Right there. Would have been so easy. Now we've got a 120 coming down at Smooth. Down here to the south. So here's Smooth. Notches that 120. Great defensive maneuver there. Now we've got Destern recommitting in onto the 2-ship of Kingston and Beanbag Ninja. I love that name. But here's Destern as he commits in onto Beanbag Ninja and Destern. So Beanbag Ninja committing into a 120 in the F-18, and he gets slammed. So the 120 from Destern slams into Beanbag Ninja, but he did get a 120 off. And I think it's on Smooth. So the 120 from Beanbag Ninja. Oh, no. I think Smooth is dead. What do you guys think? I think Smooth is dead. He's about to have a smooth brain. Coming. So we're going to pick up there. Here we go. Here comes the 120. Smooth gets obliterated by the incoming munition. And then we're going to pick up again with Pat up to the north in his JF-17. He took down Centurion earlier. And he's launching another SD-10 onto Death Angel. Death Angel needs to make something happen. I'm missing it. I think he went down. I missed it. I've got so much crap going on. Yep, so we can see Death Angel gets smacked by that SD-10, and now we've got a merge happening over here on the right, or left side of Pat. There's so much stuff going on. It's hard for me to keep track of everything. So now we've got a merge coming with Tail and Tempest, picking up with them. Here we go. So Tail and Tempest are now merged. Aim 9? What? Aim 9 from Tempest. What is that? The man shoots an aim 9. SD-10 now coming on to Kingston. Is that tracking? We're going to pick up with him in the F-14. It flew over him, so here's Kingston in the F-14. I think he just took down Nick. Did he? I'm sorry, guys, about all the pausing, but there's in these 6v6 matches, yeah, he did. So let's see. I've got a camera back here. Can we see it? So here is Destern in the F-14, making a recommit, launches an AIM-54. That one looks like it's coming up and tracking Nick. I think that's on Nick. Here comes, oh, it comes right over the hill. What a little lob shot. Bypasses Samurai and beeline straight for for Nick. Notches him, loses him, picks him up again. Goodbye, Nick. He gets taken down. Rehooking up the camera, so Nick gets taken down by Kingston. And now we're going to pick back up with Destern, merged here with Kingston. And Kingston is the only man left for the Motley crew. Motley crew got kills out of beanbag on a smooth. Kingston just took down Nick. So now we've got Destern flying the end around against Kingston. They don't see each other yet. Destern just pops out underneath the hill, underneath the nose of Kingston. So I don't think Kingston saw him. But these two are merged. They're the only two down here to the south. But they've got a metric ass ton of aircraft coming in from the north. Pat, Samurai, and Tempest all coming in. 2 16s and a JF-17 from the north. And Destern just doesn't see Kingston. So Kingston's got 1 AIM-54 left, 2 AIM-9s. He's flying headlong into the mouth of the 3-ship Samurai, Tempest, and Pat. Morphix, dude, technically the truth. AIM-120, off from Samurai. That's going to be somewhere over there. A little bit of a distance. Destern now flaring. Give you guys a little view there. So I don't know if he sees the flares. He does now from Kingston, turning into him. 120, off from Destern. And that is trying to track. Not a, oh, it signed the non-aggression pact. It tried to take him down, but at the last moment just says, guys, I'm not up for killing. I can't do it. I didn't sign up for this, and just flies right by him. So Kingston's still alive, continues to fly away from Samurai, gets very lucky that Destern's 120 didn't connect there. Kingston now recommitting. He still has that Singleton AIM-54. Well, he doesn't do a full commit. Samurai still sees him up at 17,000 feet. 3 miles, 120 is going to be coming here soon. We can see it off boost stage. Half-mile slams into the front of Kingston's aircraft, and that is going to be it for round 1. As 18th Sparrows dispatches the Motley crew here in round 1. Pretty convincingly. Getting the supercut ready. Man, I feel like the 6v6s did not used to be this fast. There's so much stuff that happens in these. I feel like I'm letting you guys down by pausing all the time. Do you guys like the pauses? Is that okay? I feel like I'm detracting from your guys' viewer experience with all of the pauses that are going on. Nick says pause good. Raptor Dead says I dig it. All right. Well, as long as you guys don't mind it, I'll keep doing it. It just feels like I take away from the flow of everything that's going on when I pause it. Let's back up and take a look at the TAC view of how this went down. Both teams hugely, hugely aggressive. This is a north to south fight. It devolves into a 2 3v3s. First kill is Nick on Dauber, and that's where things start to go wrong for TMC. Comes right about now on the Dauber recommit. So in this scenario, Dauber just gets caught in a situation where he notches when he should have line of sighted, right? So in this scenario, we're looking at Dauber, and Nick gets the first kill. It's over there. Here's the ST-10. He commits in onto Nick, commits late, and the missile by that point, I was thinking about a different kill, not that one. The missile by this point has already made it over the hill, so diving down is not going to allow him to line of sight it. If he would have dove as soon as he got the missile warning from Nick, he probably could have lived because he would have line of sighted it. The missile would have lost him. He would have been down here somewhere, and the missile still would have been up here. Instead, he waits. Let's count this. So missiles coming off now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he waited 6 seconds before trying to defend. All the while actually solving geometry problems for the incoming ST-10, actually decreasing its closure distance and increasing its closure rate. So if he would have not worried about this 120. He probably could have lived. But he decided, hey, I'm going to wait. I'm going to try and take Nick down. But what ends up happening? Nick lives. Dauber dies. Dauber down. So Dauber died, and we're down to a 6v4, and that brings us up to Pat. So Pat almost simultaneously comes in on Centurion, and I think this is the one I was thinking of, where if Centurion would have gotten down, zoom in, back up, just trying to get my bearings. So ST-10 comes off, could have easily line of sighted this. Look at this terrain right here. Get behind it. Instead, he flies over the hill, tries to say, I'm going to notch this, but doesn't, and it ramrods into his F-18. He's a little bit off 90 degrees, so he's not able to notch it when he had the terrain. He had the terrain. Just continue the left-hand turn down here. Continue it around. Continue. Right there. You've got it. So a couple wrong decisions in the moment. And guys, I'm not downplaying these pilots. You're going to make bad decisions, especially at this level, under this amount of stress. So he continues to notch it. Maybe he didn't realize he had the terrain advantage there. I don't know. Centurion goes down, and TMC is down 2 pilots. And it's about to get worse because Destern over here to the south is about to take down Beanbag Ninja. What a name. So Beanbag Ninja sorts on smooth, recommits on smooth, and just doesn't know Destern's here. This is the patented, proven bank turn, no RWR warning. I can almost guarantee 100% Beanbag Ninja had no idea this was coming. Until he rolls out, he's like, oh, there's a missile. Oh dear, oh my. Let me try and empty my beanbag of chaff and see if I can get away, but it's too late, and he gets taken down. And then Smooth also gets taken down. So in Beanbag's defense, he does take down Smooth, but that's the bank turn. He has no idea this is coming. He goes from bank turn, level out, shoot, bank turn. Lucky for him, he's able to tank down Smooth with the Smooth brain. I'm just playing on the name. I don't think Smooth has a smooth brain, okay? But Beanbag able to take down Smooth, gets TMC on the board. And we go back up to Pat up here to the north. Pat then finds himself coming in against Death Angel. And what happens? We didn't really see this. This was one of those that just made it over the hill. More aggressive getting down. Get down and boogie, ladies and gentlemen. Use that terrain. Death Angel not aggressive enough. Look at his airspeed. Mach 0.8. Be faster. I mean, if you're going to be aggressive and you're going to be in this close with everybody, there's no reason to be this slow. Right? If he was faster, he could have changed trajectory and gotten lower quicker, possibly line of sighting that missile that was coming over the ridge line from Pat. I mean, let's see Pat's line of sight here. This is Pat. So this is the ridge line right here. Okay? So grabbing that missile, let's back up and look at that missile's trajectory. Is this the missile? It doesn't look like a missile. So here's that missile. If he would have gotten down, he has the terrain line. If he would have gotten down in this valley right there, he could have lived. Could have lived. You'd still be alive, Death. But instead, amends to just get plastered by the unwanted facial, takes it in the dome, and there's nothing. And this is another situation where Death Angel waited to get a weapon off. He waited. And it cost him his life. Taking the unwanted facial in the face. This is not what you want. Then we see the merge coming from Tail and Tempest. Aim 9. The Aim 9. That is how bad the 120s suck. That people are taking Aim 9Ms AIM-9Ms in this situation. Doesn't have the warp drive? No, it might not. But I want you to take a look at how much time Death Angel spends here when the missile comes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He waited 6 seconds to get his own missile off. That is a lot of time. I think he very well could have line of sighted that weapon, that SD-10 coming from Pat, in time if he didn't wait to get his own weapon off. Now, maybe he could have needed to be a little bit faster, but I don't like being this slow to begin with. I think Mach 0.8 is way too slow when you're in these types of situations. Way too slow. Then we're down to Kingston. Kingston down here is able to take down Nick with the AIM-54. It's a C variant. Interesting. Takes down Nick and then just gets ramrodded after playing footsie with Destern. Not able to find each other down here to the south. But Samurai finally takes him down after Destern's non-aggression pact signed 120. I mean, look at this thing. Watch the 120 come off from Destern. There it goes. Whoop! Just right around the corner. It smells the bacon, and then all of a sudden loses its appetite. Wants nothing to do with it anymore. I guess he became a vegan. Just want all the meats and then wanting nothing to do with it. Stupid 120. Go home. You're drunk. But that brings us to the end. End of round 1. 18th Sparrows take him down with 4 pilots remaining. So 4 remaining for 18 Sparrows and a big fat goose egg for TMC, which means we're going to round 2. Enjoy the supercut. I'm going to showcase the skin showcase again. Round 2 coming at you in just a minute. See, pretty convincingly, I might add. Refresh that. Bring up the overlay. So TMC's downfall in round 1, I'm going to repeat it again. It came down to them defending too late. Defending too late, trying to get weapons off. For what reason, I don't know, but it cost them multiple pilot lives. Multiple pilot lives waiting to the point where they felt they could unleash a weapon of their own. I just don't recommend that. You're going to have a bad day. It is going to be a bad time when you do that kind of stuff. When you wait, when you know in the pit of your stomach you should be defending, almost always, unless the streaks in your pants save your life, you are going to die. Do not wait. It is so much better to be alive, even in a defensive position, than it would be to be dead and give all of that advantage back to your opponent. They switch planes. Who switched planes? I don't think they switched planes. Who switched planes? They had a 16. TMC did. But did I miss something? Chat, you're confusing me. No, they had a J11. They had a J11. 100%. They had a J11. Yep. 'Tis was there, Navy Doc. Your anthem, I guess, screwed you for the rest of the day. You just can't handle it. And if you can put the aggressor on the defensive, increase your chances of not turning into smoldering wreck. If you can put him on the defensive, yes. But the only way that works, green or go home, is if you get a missile off simultaneously. What I would suggest to everyone in this situation is I don't think the Mad Dog 120 is utilized in any effect as greatly as it could be. Instead of trying to lock up your opponent, if you can physically see him, which I think in a lot of these cases you can, right? If you can physically see him in the cockpit before you go defensive, put your nose on him instead of trying to lock him up and rip off an active. Almost always will it find him if you put your nose on the target. Forget trying to lock him up. Forget trying to manipulate that TDC. It's not worth it. If you get launched on right before you go defensive, I'm talking like split second, drag the nose across your bandit, rip off a 120 Mad Dog, and get the hell out of the way, you now have, in both of these situations we just saw, 6 more seconds of defensive airtime that you can utilize to either get into a better notch, out-energy the missile, or line of sight it. And I think in all of those situations, we saw this in round 1, those incoming munitions could have been line of sighted very easily. Now, the one with the F-14, I think it was Death Angel, that one could have been close, but I really think he could have gotten down low enough and line of sighted that missile. Because remember, when you go into the dive, when you start the dive, the missile has to chart an intercept course. So it is flying the intercept, so it's trying to lead you. And more often than not, if you get close enough to the ground and the missile is flying out in front of you to intercept you, it is going to hit the ground. So I really think in all of those situations, they could have line of sighted it. Just looking at them with the Jehemics, maybe, but even the Jehemics can be a lot slower than a Mad Dog, man, because then you got to wait. You got to, your brain's going through the process of, did I lock them up? X, Y, and Z. I would highly recommend just rip it off. Just send one. Don't worry about the Jehemics. Don't worry about trying to manipulate the TDC. Don't do it. Just rip off the Mad Dog and see what happens. AIM 54 Mark 60 being sent off from Death Angel. Who is that one tracking? So TMC, again, is coming out of the south, 18th up to the north. Let's do a real quick while the missiles are inbound. TMC is rocking Kingston, Death Angel, Tail, Dauber, Beanbag Ninja, and Centurion in a mixture of different aircraft. And then we have 18 Sparrows, Pat, Nick, Tempest, Smooth, Destern, and Samurai coming in for them. So will TMC be able to make something work here in round 2 and send us to round 3? The AIM 54s, 2 have been launched. Now, there are 2 F-14s for TMC. All right, so you've got Death Angel, and who's the other one? Death Angel and Kingston are both in the F-14s. So they've got potential here to make something happen from distance. You saw how deadly the AIM 54 can be from close range. We saw it smoke Nick late from Kingston in round 1. Another Mark 60. Another Mark 60. No, it's a C Mark 47. So mixture of different weapons coming from Death Angel down here to the south. Follow along with that Mark 60. Here's the Mark 60. And I'm going to put the other one, the Mark 47, on the other screen. Both of these are coming in, still burning. Are they tracking? We just saw the Mark 60 come off its boost stage. I don't think they're tracking. Did they get line of sighted? One's trying to come in on Tempest. It's trying. It's trying. Here it comes. Is it going to make it? Is it going to? Oh, it gets notched at the last moment. Oh, but one of them from Death Angel takes down Samurai. So Samurai got hit. Samurai got hit. So Death Angel getting them on the board with the double AIM 54 launch. Tempest notched it at the last minute. Samurai decided, for I don't know why, to just take it in the face. Boom. Goodbye, sir. He is dead. So Samurai, I have no idea why, gets domed, doesn't even bother defending. Great shots by Death Angel. They were indecently close. Missiles had just come off a boost, and it did not work out for 18th. So great start. Great start for TMC. 120's now coming from 18th onto Beanbag, maybe onto Centurion, another one onto Tail. That's an SD10, Mach 2.3. And that's going to be on Tail. I think here is Tail as he defends, and that missile's actually not tracking anyone. So the J-11 from Tail, now probably going to have to defend against a 120 from Tempest on his nose. That's going to be from 6,000 feet, so low to high. There's the 120, 4.5 miles away, and Tail's going to be able to get away from that one without any issue. Monster group of 120s. Look like they're all coming for Tempest. One is actually an R-77. Lots of missiles coming for the 2-ship of Tempest, and I think that was Dauber, or who was that? Pat. So Dauber just launched a 120. Another AIM-54 coming off onto Tempest. Can we see that one behind him? Here is Tempest. There's the AIM-54 back there in the distance. Death Angel launches, I think that's going to be his last one. That's going to be a Mark 60. We can see it way back there coming onto Tempest. Are they going to track him? No, but Death Angel needs to be careful. He's got an SD-10 now coming onto him from Pat. Low to high shot. He's diving. Missile's going to be right below him, 1 mile away, and I think it's just not going to have the juice to be able to connect. Pat, meanwhile, is going to be able to get away from the AIM-54 that was launched at him. So great defensive maneuvers from everybody involved. 5 aircraft remaining for 18th, 6 still for TMC. Taking a look in Centurion in the F-16 or F-18, he's took 10 AMRAAMs. He's got 7 left. Flying in the oh, Centurion! Centurion wanted to be a squirrel, but it didn't work out very well for him. He gets ramrodded. And Pat now trying to run away from multiple weapons over here on the east. Death Angel now head on. Oh, what happened there? I see somebody died. What happened there? Somebody, I think, just took down, I think Death Angel just took down a friendly. So Death Angel here gets in behind Tail and just smokes him with an AIM-9. Why? What happened? And that's really close. Can you see? How close are they? You can see him in this situation. I wonder what happened here. I wonder if he was launching onto Tempest and didn't know Tail was there, and the missile just saw Tail's bright hot exhaust and went for him. So Tempest is, I think that's what happened. So Tempest in this situation is 7 miles in front. For a sneaky AIM-9, that is entirely possible if Tempest would have stayed hot. And I think Death Angel is out of Phoenixes at this point, so resorted to the AIM-9. I think this was supposed to be a sneaky AIM-9 onto Tempest. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but it went for Tail, and that is just unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate as Death Angel takes down his friendly. Just not something you ever want to see. I'm getting the cameras resynced because they fell out here briefly. There we go. All right, and we continue. So over here, we've got a merge coming between Smooth and Dauber. Kingston launches an AIM-54 up here. Oh, it's tracking Dauber. Dauber is going to get railroaded by this AIM-54, and the second team kill in these many seconds comes in here. Things have gone from great, if you're TMC, to catastrophic. Oh, no. So Kingston fires into the merge. Again, I don't think that was intentional in any way, that happening. And then meanwhile, Pat, able to take down Death Angel. What did he launch on him? With a close-range SD-10. So in 4 seconds, actually it's counted 30 seconds, TMC loses 2 to team kills and 1 to an enemy, with Pat taking down Death Angel. And this is where we're going to pick up. Let's continue. Things not looking good if you're TMC. They have 2 aircraft remaining, Kingston and Tempest. Or do they have 3? No, Kingston and Beanbag Ninja. Here are these 2. Beanbag Ninja now coming in head-on against the 2-ship of Pat, and Tempest launches multiple 120s. He's able to take down one of them. Kingston, though, meanwhile, gets hammered by somebody. Beanbag actually took down a 2-ship, so Beanbag took down Tempest and Destern, sends us from a 2v4 to a 1v2. 2v4 to a 1v2, and I'm going to back up, and we're going to take a look at what went down on TAC View. So Kingston over here gets run down by Nick in the recommit. Nick launches an SD-10. Kingston probably should have just stayed on his notch trajectory, but elects to turn in onto Nick. Probably didn't get the missile warning there. Kingston goes down, and then Beanbag fires everything. He had 10 AMRAMs, had like 6 when we saw him. 1, 2, 3, AMRAMs off, takes down Pat and takes down Tempest in the double sort. They launch nothing. Oh, Tempest actually took down Pat. So it's 18th friendly kill there, and Beanbag gets out. We're going to credit him with the double kill. Now 1v2. Beanbag against Nick and Destern. Does he have it in him to be able to make something happen? Riding along with him now. It's actually a 1v3. So Beanbag against Nick, Destern, and Smooth. So everybody from the Western 3-ship for 18th is still alive. Beanbag is the only one for the Motley crew still left standing. Beanbag flying low, 7,000 feet. Nick flying low. Like to see the guys from 18th get up in altitude, make it easier to search, but they're all electing to stay decently low. They stay low. They're sacrificing situational awareness in this situation to be able to find their opponent. Things continuing to get a little bit closer here. Beanbag still running away. Destern and, who's my other one up there? Destern and Smooth staying low. Well, Destern's gotten a little bit high. So Destern here has increased his altitude. Probably needs to get rid of that centerline tank. He's still got 2 sticks remaining on the wingtips of his F-16. He's the only one above 10,000 feet. So Destern, if anyone is going to take Beanbag down, if anyone is going to see him, it's going to be Destern. Just needs to jettison that tank. Sitting at Mach 0.95. Beanbag has recommitted. Can we see Destern yet? No. Now, Beanbag in this situation, I don't want to see him go over that hill. Sit in this valley. Don't go over this hill. If you go over this hill, he's going to see you. Guaranteed. Sit in this valley. Fly a little loop-de-loop. Unless he sees you already. In that case, you're done screwed. Beanbag's got 2 AMRAMs and 2 AIM-9s remaining. I don't know that Destern sees him. I don't think he does. So Beanbag sees Destern on his nose. 120 out from Beanbag onto Destern. I think he's going to connect. I think that's going to connect. It does. So Destern goes down. So Destern's dead. Beanbag is still alive. He's got 1 AMRAM remaining and 2 AIM-9s. However, I think Smooth... Oh! No! No! How unfortunate is that? How unfortunate was that? Beanbag had it all going for him. And guys, I think I've done this before. You're looking out of your cockpit at your adversaries, trying to get your bearings, trying to see them. You're not looking where your aircraft's going. You look back through your HUD, you shit your pants, and then you fly into the ground. We've all been there. I think that's what Beanbag did right there. The beanbag turned into the toilet. And he shit all over it. What an opportunity Beanbag had there, and he was executing it very, very well. Man, how unfortunate was that? Great job by Beanbag trying to make that happen. I think you were just looking out of your canopy at your opponents, trying to figure out what was going on, and you just flew into the ground. So that was, that is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. But let's take a look at what happened. We're just going to focus on the last one here. So, in this situation, Beanbag does a pretty good job of hiding. But 18th kind of shoots themselves in the foot. 18th does not climb. If they climbed to 30,000 feet, there would be nowhere that Beanbag Ninja would have been able to hide. Nowhere. You would be able to look over virtually everything. He could hide nowhere. But because 18th didn't climb, yes, Destern climbed a little bit, but he just climbed high enough that he was able to be seen a lot easier, and he climbed high enough that a low to medium height altitude shot is almost a guaranteed kill from 4 miles. So Destern actually put himself in the kill box, which was very unfortunate. I would have liked to see these guys much higher, much, much higher, but they don't do that, and that's really what gives Beanbag a chance. He has a chance here that because these guys are not high. Now, Smooth starts to climb, but gets rid of all of that altitude here late, but Beanbag was given the opportunity because they didn't get their altitude back. They didn't have SA. Beanbag was able to hide in the mountains, and it was very unfortunate. I think he could have, given this situation, possibly taken this down to a 1v1, if not won this round and sent us to a round 3. But he's not able to, and that sends us to the end. So 18th Sparrows, able to finish it out in 2. Man. What a round. What excitement. Things got happening very, very fast. Pat is our MVP of the day with 3 kills and 1 death, followed by Beanbag, the last man standing there for TMC here in round 2 with 3 kills and 2 deaths. And then Tempest takes in 3rd place, 2 kills, no deaths. So Tempest actually didn't die. He did die. I don't know why he's on here with 2 kills and 0 deaths when it's only Smooth and Nick who are here at the end. Tempest definitely died in round 2, so that's not correct. I think that should be... I think everybody died at least once. But Pat is definitely the MVP with a 3-to-1 kill-to-death ratio in today's matchup. And that brings us to the very end, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for today and SATAL. Tomorrow's matchup is going to be a doubleheader. 14th Samurais against Bravo Squadron and Team Whatafuck against Task Force Trident. So we've got Diamond 6v6 followed by Gold 4v4 tomorrow for the action. So doubleheader tomorrow, single on Wednesday, doubleheader on Thursday, and a doubleheader on Friday. I think that's how we're rolling. But that brings us to the end. We are done with yet another SATAL stream. What is the MVP team killer? I guess if you want to look at that, is TK counted towards kill? I don't think so. I don't think so. Echo, I think it's more exciting than football. We need an MVP TKR. Let's, maybe in the future. Let's take some steps here. All right, Morphix. We can't do it all at once. Okay? Can't do it all at once. But congratulations to 18 Sparrows. Both these teams, newcomers, they extend their record to 2-0. We've got the 2 for coming tomorrow, the doubleheader. We get started Tuesday morning, 1600 Zulu. Look forward to seeing you all, guys, then. Until then, fly safe in those virtual skies, and have a good one. I'll see you guys later.